Hello and welcome to an Odyssey raid guide. This raid guide will cover the tactics for Black Adam, the final boss in Khandaq. This fight consists of 4 main phases and an introductory phase. In the introductory phase, you simply pull Black Adam to the gap between the entrances in the room. Upon pulling him, simply DPS him down and have your tank stand near him and keep aggro. The phase will be over quickly, as at 90% health, Black Adam will shout Shazam. Upon shouting Shazam, he will cast a room-wide AoE, so the entire raid should block to reduce the damage caused by this AoE. This mechanic will reoccur during the fight to signify any phase transition, and the mechanic stays the same. When you hear Shazam, block and wait for the AoE to be cast, and then you'll be into the next phase of the fight. After the introductory phase, there are 4 key phases. These 4 key phases consist of Black Adam absorbing any of the 4 bosses in the room's powers. These bosses are Dr. Fate, Brother Blood, Gigant and Zatanna. First we see the Zatanna phase. The 2 rules here are, first of all, it's not tankable. The second rule is keep maximum range. This includes the tank. The reason for this is because Black Adam will fire out cones of lightning that hit from floor to roof. If you are too close to Black Adam, you will be hit by every one of these and it will kill you. Be aware, when the cones come out, they will continue to move across the room, so ensure you run away from them. They are relatively slow moving so you can get away. There is also another mechanic which is signified by a message coming across the screen saying that Black Adam is using Zatanna's lightning attacks. When this happens, the entire raid should stop DPSing Black Adam and run around the room, avoiding the bolts of lightning coming down. You cannot get away from them with flight, and they can hit anywhere. If you are hit by them, they will slow your movement and damage you. If you die in this phase, do not try to pick people up, as it is likely you will also die trying to pick somebody up. As soon as Black Adam then moves away from the centre, the lightning attacks are over and the entire raid can continue DPSing, following the rules of maximising range and avoiding the cones of lightning coming out. One final mechanic to notice is a single target stun. Simply break out of this. If you get unlucky, you may be stunned when you're near Black Adam and be hit by the cone of lightning. Again, at the end of this phase, Black Adam will Shazam and then move on to the next phase. The next phase in this case is Giganta. The Giganta phase is probably one of the hardest phases in the fight. It is tankable, however not in a normal way. The best way to do this is kite tank it. The tank should get as much aggro as possible and pull Black Adam around the room. The rest of the raid again should maximise range and keep behind Black Adam. The other ability Black Adam will use here in the Giganta phase is a jump. He will single target somebody, jump into the air and aim to stamp on them. This has quite a large range when he lands. The best thing to do here if he is jumping at you is roll forwards. If you roll forwards, it is unlikely he'll hit you. Other than that, again, the tank just needs to keep on pulling Black Adam away while the raid stays behind and DPSs him. The tank shouldn't be tempted to keep him in one position to increase DPS, as it is likely he can kill a tank, as his abilities mainly hit for over 1,000. Again, at the end of this phase, there will be a Shazam. The next phase you see here is the Dr. Fate phase. This is a relatively easy phase. As you can see, there are several anks around the room. These anks will target specific raid members. If they reach a raid member, they will crowd control them and it will also damage them. The best thing to do is, if you've got aggro, is run away from them and kite them and get in any damage you can on Dr. Fate when you have the opportunity. Do not force this though. There is only 4 anks in the room, so there will always be at least 4 people left to DPS. It may be the case that one person can get aggro of all of the anks. If this does happen, it's even better as there are 7 DPS left to take down Black Adam. The other mechanic is Displacer Orbs. These appear as light orbs at your feet. If you get light orbs at your feet, roll 2 or 3 times. If not, you'll be CC'd and damaged. It's as simple as that. There's a lot of movement in this phase, and again, Black Adam is untankable. The tank should just aim on keeping max range, DPSing the boss down, and staying alive. Again, the phase ends with the Shazam, and we move to the final phase, in this case the Brother Blood phase. This is an extremely easy phase. It is the only tankable phase in the fight, so the tank can move in and get aggro of Black Adam. All you need to avoid is the blood orbs being fired around the room. These do quite a lot of damage. If Black Adam teleports behind you, ensure you roll away as soon as possible, as he can do a lot of damage as Brother Blood. Other than that, the raid just needs to gather round and put as much DPS on Black Adam as possible. With high enough DPS, you can get through this phase without ads spawning. What we find though is most leagues will have enough DPS to bring Black Adam down without being troubled by the ads. If you don't have that much DPS, the best thing to do is pull Black Adam to the ramp where you entered the room. Staying on the ramp with Black Adam means that when the ads spawn, he will return to the centre of the room, and you can simply burn the ads down as they get close to the ramp. Once all the ads are dead, you can then focus Black Adam and bring him down. Simply repeat this if your DPS is low, and he will easily be brought down. This has been an Odyssey raid guide. Thank you for watching, and we wish you the best of luck in the future with your raids.